Okay, new design roof scoop. Didn't like the original. Well, I didn't like it. That's wrong. I did like it, but just thought there was a better answer. Wasn't still overly sure about this kind of curved shape here and this here. It looks nice in perspex. Doesn't look nice in fiberglass. Painted doesn't look right. Clear on Matthew's Audi car, it looks awesome. But the side profile, you still end up with a roof scoop stuck here, kind of back, and I don't know, it still looks kind of, I'm not sure. I like it, but I just think I can do better. So, realizing we have room between the two roof bars, A and B roof bars. If I withdraw the plate that's in here at the moment and weld the plate at the bottom instead of on the top of the tube, you've got 38mm there, plus the room in the roof, plus the room in that. So technically here should probably be its narrowest point. It can still be 2+ inches deep over the entire width, which is plenty in comparison to that over there, the original style scoop, or one of the ones we were going to use. So now by putting it into the roof, so that's the narrowest point. It gets way thicker here because obviously the cage bends down and comes to meet this bar, so we've got loads of room here. The roof of the car effectively is sloping back slightly, so I angle the actual scoop. I'm still playing with clay. I've only been on this about 3 hours now. Angle the roof not quite as acute an angle. Say if the roof is, I don't know, say 4 or 5 degrees, if I can put this at say 2-3 degrees, it still has a slope back, but from there to there we're gaining height. Now at the back here I haven't got a massive amount of room, so if I gain more room in this section and less room in here, then I can still end up with my sort of 2-inch slot all the way to the back, and maybe even increase it to 2.5 inches. You can see on that one. What I do at this point from here, I don't know, there's two options. A, I can extend another piece and attach it to here on the perspex, as per the original, and then when this pivots up it'll break the seal, you know, have something to go over here, and then have a rebate there, so when this piece closes on it, it just kind of joggles in, so you can't, it looks like there's a line but there's no gap. Second option is to have a second piece from here again, but make that fixed to either the chassis, or even maybe have it fixed to the engine via some rubber seal. I don't know. Probably fixed to the airbox. Fixed to the airbox and then ducting to the engine. Because the engine sits kind of here. It's ridiculous. I have loads of room above the engine. It's just kind of silly because the engine sits so low. You know, this distance here from there to there is roughly where the engine sits, and everywhere above that is just free space for me to do stuff to. So that's kind of how we're looking at the moment. First off, we made the edge leaning forward slightly, so it's sticking forward over the cab, even though that's probably catches a little bit more air from the high pressure air going up the screen. It wasn't overly, you know, didn't look quite so nice. That slight angle back just looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. The original GTR had a slight slope that way, but it was so far down the back of the roof, it's just going to pretty much be in the boundary layer, and hardly any high pressure air goes in there at all, to be honest. Whatever goes in there is pretty much just boundary scrolling air and not of any pressure. Up the front here, yeah, we're going to have reasonably high pressure air because the air is still coming in horizontally, generally kind of hitting the thing, and the boundary layer on the screen is generally thinner than it will be on a horizontal. Anything vertical or slanted surface, you've still got fresh air. Even though you've got air coming in from the front and going up and over, you've still got other air in hitting it horizontally. So pretty much a thinner boundary layer on the screen. Also the book says anyway. So, but if you look kind of on the side profile, we're still, 2.5, 3 inches above there. And then obviously what you won't see now is I'll stick a rebate in the mould, and the roof itself, where the roof goes up at the moment, the roof will just stop, and then you'll have a slotted if you look at that from there, where we have this here at the moment, and the roof obviously goes up at the moment, it'll stop there and then it'll actually go horizontal off. So effectively you'll have your narrow gap there. So the roof, without the scoop on, without removed, it will go kind of down, across and back up again. So it'll have to be a separate piece, this top piece. So the roof will be sealed, and the roof will include the rebate down and up, and then that will be a secondary piece that will bolt on, glue on, whatever you want to do. You can do it in carbon. We can go with a full carbon look and go for the carbon headlamp covers, carbon wheel gills, carbon roof, carbon wing, carbon diffuser, blah blah blah. That's what we got so far. May change, don't know, I'll see how it goes. Still got a bit of modelling yet, so there you go. Thoughts for the moment.